December 6, 1991, Austin, Texas. Four teenage girls closed a yogurt shop near North Cross Mall. Amy Ayers was 13, Sarah Harbison was 15, Jennifer Harbison and Eliza Thomas were 17. Jennifer and Eliza worked the closing shift. Sarah and Amy stopped by for a ride home with Jennifer afterward. They never arrived at their destinations that night. Just before midnight, a patrol officer noticed flames rising from the shop near West Anderson Lane. Firefighters arrived and extinguished the blaze. Inside the burned structure, they discovered four female victims. Each girl had been bound using her own clothing. Each had been shot multiple times. The fire was no accident. Someone had tried to erase evidence permanently. Austin police launched an investigation of unprecedented scale for that city. Detectives pursued more than 8,000 separate leads. Hundreds of DNA samples traveled to over a dozen forensic laboratories nationwide. The crime scene appeared methodical and controlled. Investigators believed the offender had committed violent acts before, yet for 8 full years, no arrest was made. The murders destroyed Austin's long-held feeling of safety and trust. Residents had once left their homes unlocked without worry. Billboards displaying the four girls' faces remained posted across town for years. Families endured grief that had no ending point. Former prosecutor Mindy Montfort stated the case stripped away the community's innocence completely. Justice remained absent. The truth stayed buried beneath time. In 1999, police announced the arrest of 4 young males. Robert Springsteen, Michael Scott, Maurice Pierce, and Forrest Wellborn were taken into custody. They had been teenagers when the yogurt shop murders occurred. The city finally exhaled, believing closure had arrived at last. However, one significant problem emerged immediately. No physical evidence connected any of these 4 men to the crime scene. Springsteen and Scott both confessed during police interrogations. Both later claimed officers had forced those confessions through coercion. Springsteen received a death sentence from the court. Scott received life imprisonment without parole. In 2008, Texas's highest criminal appeals court overturned both convictions. In 2009, fresh DNA testing excluded all 4 suspects entirely. Prosecutors dropped every charge. The actual killer remained unidentified and free. Genetic genealogy transformed how cold cases get solved permanently. Investigators upload crime scene DNA to public ancestry databases. They search for genetic matches among relatives, including cousins. From those matches, they construct extensive family trees. Then they work forward through generations until a single name emerges. This method identified the Golden State Killer in 2018. In 2025, the same approach identified another offender. A tiny DNA sample from the yogurt shop had been preserved carefully for decades. South Carolina investigators were building a case around an unsolved 1990 rape and murder. Their primary suspect was a man named Robert Eugene Brashers. When Austin detectives ran their preserved DNA through the same databases, they received a direct hit. Both crime scenes matched the same male offender conclusively. Brashers shot a Florida woman in 1985. She survived. He served only 3 years of a 12-year sentence. In 1990, he raped and murdered a South Carolina woman. Days after the 1991 Austin killings, El Paso police arrested him with a matching pistol. In 1997, he raped a Memphis teenager. In 1998, he killed a Missouri mother and her 12-year-old daughter. On September 26, 2025, Austin police announced DNA proved Brashers committed the yogurt shop murders. Brashers had shot himself during a 1999 Missouri motel standoff. He never knew science would expose him posthumously. In February 2026, a judge declared the 4 wrongfully convicted men innocent. The truth required 34 years to arrive, but for the families, it finally came at last.